The first use of a Scold's bridle was recorded in Scotland in 1500s and eventually spread to England and other European countries like Germany and cities under its influence like Brussels, where this example comes from. The Scold's bridle resembles an iron cage and has a padlock in the side in this example, which only the key holder can open. Its design aims to humiliate and cause great discomfort and pain to the wearer. In this particular one, the facial features are exaggerated, with the ears of a donkey and the twisted, cruel-looking horns. Other surviving examples, they would have a bell on top, so they would draw even more attention to the wearer. The bridle would have been worn for a stated duration, probably several hours, during which time the wearer would not have been able to eat, drink, and most importantly, talk. A metal bead that went into the mouth to hold down the wearer's tongue would also have been a feature. This recalls the metal bead in a horse bridle, which have been used to hold down the animal's tongue, so it would help the rider to exercise control over the animal. But who was a scold? A scold is another name for a shrew and was used to describe a sharp-tongued, loud woman who gossips and spreads lies. This would usually be an older woman, a widow for example, or a poor woman, one that was especially not under the control of a man. Women accused of witchcraft were also often victims of the device, in order to prevent them from chanting and casting spells. Most of the time, though, victims would be nagging wives, and the bridle would be applied at the husband's request. Scolds were also legally recorded as criminals and thought to pose a threat to public peace. Incredibly, the crime of being a scold was only abolished from the British Penal Code in 1967. In the 16th and 17th centuries, the crime of being a scold, a whore, or a witch were equally grave, and their humiliation provided a form of sexual titillation in contrast to, or maybe exactly because of, the important reputation of female modesty. Female speech was commonly described as yapping and barking, and assertive women were accused of being androgynous and freakish. At such a time of prudishness by authorities and popular beliefs, the main goal of the Scold's bridle was not to subdue sexual transgressions as much as suppressing women's speech and expression.